Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Stuart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology, where tonight we have a men's soccer non-conference matchup between the Caltech Beavers and the host Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics, bringing you the call for tonight's match. This is the first ever meeting between these two programs. Caltech in town. They're doing a double dip in the NAC conference, taking on Illinois Tech here tonight, and then Concordia Chicago on Sunday. So a little trip to Chicago. They previously played in Arizona on their season opener Friday the 29th. That was a 3-2 victory over Park University. So the Beavers coming in with a record of 1-0. Illinois Tech coming in with a record of 2-0 on the season. Get everything fired up here. They defeated St. Mary's University of Minnesota last Friday, the 29th, 2-1. And then in a high-scoring affair this past Tuesday, they hosted Hope College, and they were able to defeat the Flying Dutchman by a score of 5-3. So the Scarlet Hawks coming in with a record of 2-0. Let's go over the starters first for head coach Duncan Gillis in his fifth season for his Beavers. Starting in goal, a junior goalkeeper, number 1, Ethan Hamill. A first-year number 4, Artiz Shube. Senior midfielder number 5, Etienne Casanova. Senior forward number 7, Ishan Mantri Pragata. Sophomore forward number 12, Matthew Luke. First year number 17, Kyler Williams. Junior defender number 18, Aaron Heslowitz. Sophomore defender number 22, Henry Gaston. Junior midfielder number 23, Ethan Fang. Junior defender number 25, Riley Coover. And a sophomore midfielder number 29, Andrew Kinn. For, again, head coach Duncan Gillis' Beavers, assistant coach Rockney DeCoster. And now for the Illinois Tech starters. Let's have them announce their starters themselves.
Colin Thomas, Helsingborg, Sweden.
Matt Watson, Homestead Elementary School.
Jake Scuba, Homer Glen, Illinois.
Dominic Krupa, Bensonville, Illinois.
Christian Garcia, Burbank, Illinois.
Ben Mel, El Dorado Hills, California.
Adam Lazarovich, Wrocław, Poland.
Paul Balea, Peoria, Illinois.
Tomas Revelado, Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Cal Graham, Parker, Colorado.
Mateo Secaira, San Jose, Costa Rica.
Men's soccer matchup between the visiting Caltech Beavers and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and may be grounds for removal from Stuart Field. Fans, a reminder, permission to enter the field or bench areas are restricted to student athletes, coaches, game officials, game day staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stuart Field. Now, let's meet our starting lineups, beginning with Caltech Beavers. A junior goalkeeper from Portola Valley, California, number 1, Ethan Hamill. A first year from Mamaroneck, New York, number 4, Ortiz Shube. A senior midfielder from Saratoga, California, number 5, Etienne Casanova. A senior forward from Saratoga, California, number 7, Ishan Mantry. A sophomore forward from Bel Air, Maryland, number 12, Matthew Luke. A first year from Blacksburg, Virginia, number 17, Kyler Willems. A junior defender from Livingston, New Jersey, number 18, Aaron Henslovitz. A sophomore defender from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, number 22, Henry Gaston. A junior midfielder from San Jose, California, number 23, Ethan Fang. A junior defender from Orinda, California, number 25, Riley Coover. A sophomore midfielder from Cupertino, California, number 29, Andrew Kinn. With their head coach, Duncan Gillis, in their 5th season, and assistant coach, Rockney DeCoster. And now for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A first-year forward from San Jose, Costa Rica, number 2, Mateo Sakaira. A senior defender from Plainfield, Illinois, number 3, Matthew Watson. A senior midfielder from El Dorado Hills, California, number 4, Ben Mell. A sophomore midfielder from Peoria, Illinois, number 8, Paul Balea. A sophomore forward from Parker, Colorado, number 9, Cal Graham. A senior midfielder from Wrocław, Poland, number 10, Adam Lazarovich. A senior midfielder from Burbank, Illinois, number 11, Christian Garcia. A junior defender from Homer Glen, Illinois, number 16, Jake Skiba. A junior midfielder from Gaithersburg, Maryland, number 17, Tomas Rebolledo. A junior defender from Bensonville, Illinois, number 25, Dominic Krupa. A senior goalkeeper from Chicago, Illinois.
No. From Helsingborg, Sweden.
A senior goalkeeper from Helsingborg, Sweden, number 99, Colin Thomas. With their head coach, Marlon McKenzie, in his 2nd season, and assistant coaches Aziz Tahir, Julian Soto, and Mateo Sanchez. Now, would all fans please rise and remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth. Starters and anthem have been announced and played, and we're ready to go here in the south side of Chicago for this non-conference match between the Caltech Beavers and the host Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Caltech will be in orange tops, black shorts, white trim and numerals. They'll be going left to right to start things off here in the first half. Illinois Tech in their home white with red numerals and trim will be going right to left. Starting goalkeeper Ethan Hamill will be in light blue for the Beavers, and for Illinois Tech in purple will be starting goalkeeper Colin Thomas, who we want to ensure everyone that he is from Helsingborg, Sweden. He's a junior. We have a misprint on our word roster here. We'll get that fixed, but it was right on his video. He said his correct hometown on his video, so props to Colin. Illinois Tech will get things started here. And again, we mentioned this is the first ever meeting between these two programs. No series history, at least that I was able to see on either website. So the two Tech schools getting their first meeting underway, and that ball will go out of bounds on the far side. Game time temperature, cool and breezy. Little unseasonably cool. It's 65 out with a healthy breeze that's blowing crossfield towards, away from the camera here, so it's going to the far sideline, near side to far side. We already have a negative feels-like temperature. It's 64 degrees, feels like 63, so we're already getting a wind chill. Winds out of the west at 13 miles per hour. Inside the Hawks zone, Matthew Watson chips that one around Ishan Manchipragada. And then that ball into the hands of Ethan Hamill, the junior goalkeeper out of Portola Valley, California. Caltech, much like Illinois Tech, several players from across the country, including a few from Illinois, on the roster for Caltech. Near side, Tomas Rebellato. He'll chip it ahead. Finds Paul Balea. Back to Rebellato. Back to Balea, who crosses the midfield stripe. He'll stop. Trying to get it to Ben Mell in the circle, but that was taken away by Matthew Luke. Henry Gaston. Riley Coover. And then Artis Shube back to Coover. Get the ball over to Andrew Kinn. Here comes Caltech with the cross. The shot and a big save made by Thomas right out of the gate there. Another shot that goes wide. I think the original shot was from Mantrapagada, I believe, number 7. So some early fireworks there. Nice rush by Matthew Luke. And then the cross to the top of the box. Right on to Colin Thomas, however, who made a big-time save as that whole net was exposed. A little help from the shot being on, but he still has to stop it. Illinois Tech playing along their near sideline. Now Caltech taking the ball away. Ethan Fang. So far, Caltech has been good on support here and a couple takeaways in the early going. Now they'll push it upfield to Etienne Casanova. Casanova being draped there by Rebellato. Rebellato will get whistled for the foul. And Casanova will touch it over the midfield stripe, roll it through the circle. They'll push it back to Coover. Far side, Artis Shubay. Back to Coover. Kyler Williams. Far sideline play. That goes out. That'll result in a throw-in for Illinois Tech. And it'll be Dominique Krupa. It'll be Christian Garcia. Midfield, Lazarowicz tracks it down for Illinois Tech. Now back to Thomas. Thomas will change direction all the way over to Matthew Watson along the near sideline. Hawks look to bring it up quickly. Paul Balea over midfield, trying to squeeze it in there to Mateo Sakaira, but again, Caltech anticipating that pass and is picked off. Back inside Hawks territory, Etienne Casanova will drop it off to Matri Brigada. He'll lose the handle. Now Lazarovic. Watson up to Balea, Paul Balea. Rebellato back to Matthew Watson inside, just inside Hawk territory. Now Watson will slow it down, get it to Balea. And not exactly sure, as Sakaira was the closest one, but that one straight in onto goalkeeper Ethan Hamill from Balea's foot. So not what the Hawks wanted there, and the Beavers will take possession. Riley Coover passing it over to Artis Shubay. Now back over to Hamill. Hamill roll it over to the near side. Pressure being applied to Henry Gaston. Now a double team on Andrew Kinn. And it'll still be Caltech ball. Gaston back to Hamill. And now over to the far side. There's Matri Brigada. Good individual effort there, coming in on the rush. Chip shot. And that one goes over the crossbar. As Etienne Casanova eluded three defenders and then pushed that through ball in. Unable to capitalize were the Beavers on that one, but another danger opportunity. That time it was lofted over goalkeeper Colin Thomas, but too high, and it went over the crossbar. Here's Christian Garcia back to Thomas. Swinging it near side to Watson. Rebellato will drop for support, and then to Balea. Balea cuts to the outside back to Watson. Ben Mel, Watson. 37-14 to go here in the opening half. There is no score. Caltech with a couple shots toward the net. Player taken down. That's going to be a foul on Riley Coover, taking down Cal Graham. So we'll get a free kick. So our first set piece for the Hawks, as Christian Garcia will line this one up. Cal Graham on Tuesday scored 3 goals in the first half against Hope College, 2 of them coming off set pieces. So number 9 definitely will be marked. Now we're waiting for the official to set up the particulars. And now Garcia will get the kick started. He'll kick it towards the net and just wide. Christian Garcia putting his hands to his face. He just missed that far post. Keeping it scoreless here with 35-38 remaining in the opening half. It's a good opportunity for the Hawks. Pressure being applied by Graham. Chipping it upfield, but a couple orange jerseys there. Now keeping it again is Graham. Backline tried to cross. Revelado will track it down in that near corner. Back toward the box, and a bouncer into the hands of Hamill. As streaking in there to grab it was Christian Garcia. Now he heads back upfield. Now the Beavers will go the other way. Krupa battling with Matthew Luke. Luke, we've seen a couple times he's been on the rush for the Beavers, so someone to pay attention to. Throw in for Illinois Tech on the far sideline. Garcia with the throw. Over to Sakira and now Lazarevic. Ball thrown through the middle by Caltech. And now they'll drop it low to Gaston. Henry Gaston finds Coover. Coover just below the circle. Trips on the ball and then swings it over to Shubey. Artis Shubey brings it over to the center stripe, now drops it back to Coover. And then swinging it over to the near side and Gaston. There's Matthew Luke. Misconnection there with Andrew Kinn. And the Hawks quickly throw it in, knocked out of bounds. Sakira had the ball taken away by Andrew Kinn. Kinn will move it up to Manchapagata, who will roll it over to the far side. And that'll go out of bounds. Caltech ball. Coover through the circle. Shubey back to Coover. Cal Graham applying some heat. And now drop back to Hamill. Caltech will look to reset. Shubey to Feng. Coover. And punched upfield by Etienne Casanova. That's going to be an offsides call against Caltech. Illinois Tech takes back possession. Paul Balea. Pass intercepted by Ethan Feng. So again, a good job by Caltech anticipating some of these passes and getting out in front of them, changing up possession. Another good job by Caltech. Very quick on the ball. Hawks going to have to deal with the speed some of the Caltech defenders as they're quick on support. Feng over to Coover. Coover through the circle. He's going to swing it wide to the far side. That's Kyler Williams. And they have it offsides against Caltech again. 31-25 to go in a scoreless first half here in the south side of Chicago. Glad you could tune in to tonight's match, whether you're a Caltech fan or an Illinois Tech fan. Appreciate you coming out and supporting collegiate soccer. Here's another chance for Caltech, and another save by Colin Thomas. That one off the foot of Luke. It's another big-time save for Colin Thomas, but more to the point, some leaky defense for the Scarlet Hawks. They're going to have to tighten things up here. I'm sure Coach Marlon McKenzie's not happy with what he's seen on the defensive end here early. There's Lazarevic. Cuts to the inside. Now the feed for Rebellato. Tomas Rebellato tracks it down. Cuts to the inside. The feed tap. Oh! That one hit the crossbar. Another glorious chance for the Hawks. And just too high, and it hits the crossbar off the foot of Cal Graham. Nice feed by Tomas Rebellato. Just wasn't able to capitalize. So both teams now with some great opportunities, but nothing to show for it. The main thing is you're getting chances, and that was a first big-time chance aside from the free kick from Christian Garcia that went wide. That was the Hawks' best offensive opportunity of the match so far. Caltech has had a handful of those. As the ball is pushed over to Feng, back to Coover. Coover through the circle once more. And the Hawks will take possession, roll it to Colin Thomas. Under 30 minutes to play, 29-24. A scoreless first half at this point. You mentioned in Tuesday's game, Cal Graham had a hat trick in the first half. In the second half, Mateo Sakira put in 2 goals. That was the difference in their 5-3 victory over Hope College. Here's Lazarevic. Tried to squeeze that one over to Balea, deflected, but Watson keeps it in the zone. Mel swings it wide to Christian Garcia. And now on the far side we go. Back up high. Going towards the box, and that's going to go over the net. There's Ethan Hamill, pushes it forward to Coover. Kyler Williams on the far side. Swinging it around is Etienne Casanova. Stutter step, spin by Casanova. Cal Graham playing. Shube back to Casanova for Caltech. Now inside the Hawk zone, back out. Coover bringing it forward. Williams tried to swing it wide to Matthew Pagata, but it was knocked away. The Hawks look to change sides. That's going to go out. It'll be Illinois Tech ball on the far sideline. Check that. There's a foul, so free kick coming for Christian Garcia and the Hawks. Jake Skiba. Over to Sakira. Sakira taken down. He rolls. Ball goes out of bounds. Sakira there pausing for a moment. And he's back on his feet. Well, the foul was called. And Christian Garcia will take the kick just on the edge of that far sideline. Garcia with the free kick. Kick on the way, angling towards the box. Header opportunity missed, ball tracked down, chip toward the net. And leaping up and making the save is Ethan Hamill off the foot of Paul Balea. Balea just tried to chip that one over to the far corner, and coming out and grabbing that one was Hamill. And now Caltech looks to go the other way. Watson heads it toward the midfield stripe. Caltech and Williams, Kyler Williams, bring it back to Coover. Coover now upfield, finding Kyler Williams. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it'll be Illinois Tech ball in front of their own bench. Actually, a little further up. Matthew Watson. Change direction over to Jake Skiba on the far side. Skiba brings it over midfield, and a tap to Christian Garcia, back to Skiba. Now Hawks change direction near side Watson. Balea back to Watson, right at the stripe. Curling it back to Balea on the near sideline. Into Sakira. Rebellato tried to punch out with that one, knocked out. Rebellato will take the throw, finds Ben Mel. Mel bodies it down, heads it, but then taking it away is Etienne Casanova. Casanova forward to Matthew Luke. Tried to feed it in the box. Hawks knock it away. That ball hung up by the wind. Here comes Lazarevic along with Rebellato. Lazarevic cutting to the inside. Trying to get free. Spins back and then knocked out of there by Feng. Actually, that's Kyler Williams. Mel back to the box. Orange jerseys there. Mel trying to haul it down again, but the Beavers get it. Mel gets it back. Christian Garcia. Lazarevic. And now Mel. Here's Paul Balea. Balea with the left foot. That ricochets off of Henry Gaston. And now upfield go the Beavers. Jake Skiba will track it down and throw it to Colin Thomas. Thomas will reset to Skiba. .23-22 to go in a scoreless first half between Caltech and Illinois Tech. Matthew Watson. Feed to Rebellato. And it's going to be an obvious foul on Rebellato. Coach Duncan Gillis not happy with the ref not saying anything to Rebellato, who had his arms draped around, I think it was Henry Gaston. Hawks go the other way. Cal Graham trying to feed Rebellato. Gaston heads it forward. Mel gets there first, however, and takes it wide. Drops it to Paul Balea. Little green in front of Balea. Swings it to Christian Garcia on the far side header, but that's going to go to Caltech. Chube. Krupa comes up and throws it into the Caltech zone. Sakira goes down. He's been down a couple times today. Feed to the near corner, Rebellato. And a foul on Henry Gaston. Free kick coming for Rebellato. All towards the near corner. Rebellato with the kick. Down to 21-20 to go. Now the referee having a conversation with both players. Right foot kick from Rebellato goes to the far post and headed over the back line by Kyler Williams. So that'll be a corner kick on the far side. And running over to take that will be Paul Balea. This one will be into the wind. It's not as breezy as it was maybe near the start of the match, but wind still blowing from near side to far side from your viewing standpoint. Here's the corner kick on the way from Balea. One hopper bounced, knocked out of there by Ethan Fang. Krupa heading it to Lazarevic. Garcia to Skiba. Here's Watson. Watson up to Balea. Balea over the midfield stripe. Stutter step. Trying to squeeze it into Mateo Sakaira. But jumping on that loose ball was Riley Coover. Kyler Williams. And Etienne Casanova battling there with free kick coming for Caltech. Straight on, above the box. As head coach Duncan Gillis again imploring with the side official, there needs to be a card issued in his assessment for all the holding, repeat holding fouls that are going on by Illinois Tech. So another opportunity for Caltech to put one on net. Free kick coming. It's Etienne Casanova lined up above the ball. Referee now has blown the whistle. Off to the side is Mantri Brigada. Mantri Brigada takes the kick. And hits the wall and ricochets over to the far side. Tracked down by Paul Balea. So the Beavers opted to have Mantri Brigada take the kick instead of Casanova. And it did not break through. Ooh, Lazarevic kind of leg locked up or something there. But he seems to be okay for the moment. Now Sakaira tried to tap that ball through, unable to. I think the intention was to try and push it over to Cal Graham, but unable to. Now the Beavers will look to move it upfield with Kyler Williams. Williams bodies it down and throws it back. Shoebay to Coover. Now to Casanova. Casanova into the circle. Williams feeding it to Mantri Brigada. Manchi Brigada cuts to the inside, cuts high, shot, and another save by Thomas. A big-time save by Colin Thomas. That one, believe from Matthew Luke. Now Rebellato going the other way. Rebellato taking the outside. Shot, bouncing, and it's in. And it looks like it's Sakaira. No. So Mateo Sakaira. So Illinois Tech with the goal to take a 1-0 lead. Mateo Sakaira with the goal. Off the attempt there from Tomas Rebellato. So a big save on one end from Colin Thomas, a huge save. And then the Hawks immediately went into transition, got the ball down to Rebellato, who was streaking down the near sideline. He got to that back line, pushed out, spun back in, chipped it towards that near corner, and waiting for the mail was Mateo Sakaria, and he was able to put it past Ethan Hamill, and the Hawks have a 1-0 lead here with just under 16 minutes remaining in the opening half, 15:53. So a big save on one end for the Hawks, leading to a goal on the other end seconds later. And again, Colin Thomas has just been having an outstanding game so far. He's been under fire. And when they get to halftime, Coach McKenzie and the Hawks have to figure out how to slow down that Caltech attack, because they've been breaking through that back line with some grade A chances. And if not for the work of Colin Thomas, here's Sakaira. The ball rolls off his foot, and it's going to be Caltech ball. But if not for the efforts of Colin Thomas, the Hawks could be trailing by a few here. Illinois Tech throw near sideline. Paul Balea looking for an outlet. Headed forward by Sakaira, trying to get it to Rebellato. And now up high, but tracked down by Ethan Fang. Kyler Williams' pass intercepted by Balea. Theo Balea in the game, so Theo Balea checked in. Paul's brother. So Balea to Balea. Now Rebellato. Sakaira over to Rebellato. Still has possession. Throws it to the top of the box. Garcia with the shot and a save made by Hamill. Christian Garcia getting a shot off there. But Hamill able to stop that one, keep game 1-0. Look at the speed. Is that a yellow? Okay. So we got a yellow card. So yellow card on Matthew Watson. And another free kick coming. Krupa. It was on Dominic Krupa, the yellow. So another grade A opportunity for the Beavers to get on the board here and tie things up. 13:36 to go. Mantrapagata will take the kick. Left foot kick curls high and hits the backstop. So nothing on target there from Mantrapagata. And the Hawks dodge another bullet. But that speed of Matthew Luke, Mantrapagata, just giving the Hawks problems there. They are quick. Hard to defend. That's why you've been seeing a lot of clutching and grabbing going on. The Hawks gotten away with a fair share amount of that, but not that particular time. A yellow card called on Dominic Krupa, which was good because that happened outside the box. There was a subsequent foul that happened inside the box, but the first foul took precedence. And now a foul on Caltech on the far side. It'll be Illinois Tech ball with 12:26 to go. Here's Watson to Paul Balea, back to Matthew Watson. So Theo Balea came in place of Adam Lazatovich. Now Sakira along the back line gets through a defender. And they're going to say it's a corner kick for Illinois Tech. Far corner, Paul Balea will take it. Oh. Breeze picking up a little bit, so into the wind on the corner from Paul Balea. Kick to the near post. Tracked down by Sakira. Sakira dancing along that back line, and it's going to be goal kick for Caltech with 11:03 remaining. 1-0 Illinois Tech. The goal from Mateo Sakira with Tomas Rebellato getting a helper. Now we have 3 substitutions coming in. A.J. Kumar, Will Hackford, and Logan Garcia in for Illinois Tech. Coming out, Rebellato, Sakira. And Cal Graham. Illinois Tech ball, far sideline, throw in. Jake Skiba battling with Matthew Luke. Now the Hawks take possession where Watson, Paul Balea. Feeding it inside, tap by Kumar, punch back by Feng into Hawk territory. Now taken down, Matthew Watson with the foul. Etienne Casanova taken down. official having a word with Casanova. So now a confab in front of the ball before the free kick. Another free kick coming. Colin Thomas again. Has had several saves and then some missed opportunities on the free kicks from Caltech. Mantra Brigada with a couple of those misses. Now Casanova will take it. Shot, score! Off the free kick. Etienne Casanova, and we're tied up at 1 with 8:37 remaining here in the first half. So Etienne Casanova takes the kick this time, and he fires it past Colin Thomas. And eventually, with the number of free kicks Illinois Tech has allowed for Caltech based on fouls in some prime scoring angles. Again, I think that was like the third or fourth free kick straight on. That time Casanova cashed in. And we're all tied up 1-1 with 8:37 remaining. Ben Mell will check out for Illinois Tech, and coming in is sophomore midfielder Tatum Miller. Headed forward by Paul Balea. Also in for Caltech is number 8, Dean Yao. Here's Krupa. Krupa off to Will Hackford. Shot by Krupa. Wasn't able to get a whole lot on it, but it did have to be played by Ethan Hamill. Here's Dean Yao. Yao with the through ball. Intended target there is Matthew Luke. Actually, correction on that. I think that's number 14, Quinn Hartman. That was not Matthew Luke. That was 14. Well, no, I see Luke there. All right, so it's a number 19. We don't have the name on that person as Colin Thomas comes out to play that ball. Huh? Peter Zawaslan is number 19. He's listed as 20 in our book. So number 19, who's listed as 20 on our roster, is actually Peter Zawaslan. And more substitutions coming in with 5:37 remaining. Checking in for Illinois Tech, Matthew Hippolito and Thanos Karayanis. And coming in for Caltech, number 9, Jack Miles. Now 14's getting ready to come in for Caltech, so. The throw-in coming for the Hawks. It'll be Karayanis taking the throw, but before that, head official having a word with Caltech head coach Duncan Gill. Throw by Karayanis. Chipping it towards the box. Headed across. Oh, cutting through was Logan Garcia. Trying to get a piece of that one. Garcia on the pressure. He goes down. It'll be Caltech ball. And substitution for Caltech coming in again will be Quinn Hartman, number 14. Well, coming out is Artis Shoubay. So Shoubay out and Hartman in for the Beavers with 4:46 to go. Throw in at the far corner for Caltech. Ball is out. Illinois Tech ball throw in. Far side. Theo Balea. Hawks regain possession. Watson. Watson to Karayanis. Brian Kim will throw it over to the far side. Hawks will look to regain possession. They do. Theo Balea. Stutter step. He's got pressure from behind and to the side. Throws it over to that far corner, but no one home. It'll be Caltech ball with 3:42 remaining in the opening half. 1-1. Goals by Mateo Sequeira and Etienne Casanova for Caltech. That's where we're at. Casanova was off a free kick. Ball headed along the far sideline. As we're coming up just under 3 minutes remaining. Caltech looking for an add-on here. Hawks want to bring it upfield. Pass was a little short to Kumar. Also short to Karayanis, but he's able to field it and bring it over the midfield stripe and then look to go wide, headed back upfield, and then knocked down by Tatum Miller. Here's Miller. Miller will swing it wide. Back to Tatum Miller, pressured from behind. He'll throw it over to the far side once more. Skiba. Miller. Inside feed, trying to get that one over to Logan Garcia. Ball goes to the far side. Theo Balea tried to keep it in. But Caltech picked it up on that far side. Now they look to go upfield. Out of bounds, Illinois Tech ball. Under 2 minutes, minute 55. Now a minute and a half. Ball inside Caltech zone, looking to bring it out, however, are the Beavers. Cap to the circle. Theo Balea tried to feed it to Will Hackford. Hackford slips. And now pushed forward by Dean Yao. 1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute. And we're going to get a foul. That foul will be on Miller. So a free kick up high for Caltech. They'll just put it in play. 40 seconds to go. Hawks trying to push that ball back upfield. So we're down to 13 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hawks will kick it upfield. 4, 3. Kyler Williams will loft it towards the box. A header, and the horn sounds as it goes wide of the right post anyway. Goalkeeper Colin Thomas. So we'll head into halftime exactly how we started, all knotted up. It's a 1-1 score here on the south side of Chicago. We'll take an audio break, and we'll be back with first half stats when we get ready to start the second half. You're watching Illinois Tech men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Stuart Field. 1-1 score as we get ready to start the second half. Caltech will put the ball in motion. Let's go over the first half statistics. Again, 1-1 score. Goal by Mateo Sequeira, 28-minute mark. Assist by Tomas Rebellato, giving the Hawks a 1-0 lead. But then at the 36-minute mark, Etienne Casanova off the free kick, tying the game up. Shots 8-5 in favor of Caltech. 3 saves by Colin Thomas, 1 goal allowed. 2 saves for Ethan Hamill, 1 goal allowed. And 7 fouls on each team. 2 corner kicks for the Hawks, none for Caltech. And those are your first half statistics. Caltech will go right to left here in the second period, and Illinois Tech left to right. Cal Graham, Adam Lazarevic back on the pitch. Big shot, oh, that hit the corner. Tomas Rebellato with a rifle of a shot, and that one hit the corner. The post in the crossbar. Still Ethan Hamill in net, and still Colin Thomas in net. So both starting goalkeepers, and a foul on Matthew Watson. Caltech will drop that back. Hamill will play it. Big, strong kick, gets it into Hawk territory. Headed forward, however, by the Hawks. Rebellato along the far sideline. In a foot race, he'll get there first. Trying to go through multiple defenders. And Rebellato with the foul. A conversation between both 17s, Kyler Williams and Tomas Rebellato. It'll be Caltech ball. Etienne Casanova, the lone goal scorer for the Beavers. Over to Coover, back to Casanova at the center stripe. Now the through ball. Trying Matthew Luke. Luke with the cross. Krupa denied it. Still has it, and then he gets it over to Lazarevic. Lazarevic trying to maintain possession. He does. Ooh, that one was risky. It'll go to Thomas, who will roll it over to Watson. The Illinois Tech ball throw-in on the far sideline. So you can see quick pressure. Again, talked about some of that team speed of the Caltech Beavers. Able to close in on Hawk players in quick fashion. There's Machbakara. Drop it up high. Chipped out by Ben Mell. And now Cal Graham trying to throw it to the circle. over the back line. And it'll be a goal kick for Illinois Tech. Colin Thomas will put it in play to Watson on the far side. Paul Balea upfield. Here's Caltech. That'll be Illinois Tech ball. Throw in Balea. Rebellato chips it down. Tried to push it ahead to Lazatovich, but taken by Shubey. There's Shubey. Coover to the circle. Taken by Ben Mel. Ahead to Rebellato. Rebellato taking it wide. Try to cut to the inside. Good defensive play. That was Henry Gaston dispossessing Tomas Rebellato. Now the ball chipped toward the box, but knocked back out by Caltech, angling towards the far sideline and out. Throw in for Illinois Tech. Paul Balea looking for an outlet. He's going to go long. I think that was Mateo Sakaira who got taken down. And it will be a penalty kick. So inside the box, a penalty kick coming up for Mateo Sakaira. Going up against Ethan Hamill, the Hawks with a chance to take the lead. So now the official getting everyone set. Sakaira with the penalty kick against Ethan Hamill. Kick on the way, and it's in! Mateo Sakaira with his second goal of the match on the penalty kick. Sakaira with his second goal of the match, this one coming on the penalty kick. And the Hawks take a 2-1 lead. And we were taking a look at head coach Marlon McKenzie during that penalty kick. He does not watch the penalty kick. So I don't know if that's just this game or that probably is his MO, but he did not. He walked as far away from the field as possible. And I guess he got the result he was looking for because Sakaira cashed in and the Hawks take a 2-1 lead on the penalty kick. So, but what we know in this game is the Hawks are going to have to tighten up defensively. They have to make some of those adjustments from that first half where the defense was a little leaky, and I'd say Caltech had more of the high danger chances. Fouls have played a significant part of this game. We talked about 7 fouls each in that first half, but there could have been a lot more. That was something that head coach Duncan Gill for Caltech was trying to implore the referees. A lot of missed calls out there, and I would have to agree with him. He was more angling for yellow cards as well, and there was one issued. Dominic Krupa got one. Here's Etienne Casanova, the lone goal scorer so far. Gets it over to Luke. Luke with a shot. That one goes wide. Wow, what a blast by Matthew Luke. And a great feed from Etienne Casanova. Again, he's so hard to get off the ball. And a perfect feed to Luke, and Luke with a sidewinder that just sailed past that far post. Now Jake Skiba will change direction, get it to Watson on the far side. Watson will punch it long ways upfield. Intended recipient was Sakira, but that's going to go out of bounds and a throw in for Caltech. 37-31 here in the second half remaining. 2-1 lead for Illinois Tech. Penalty kick goal by Mateo Sakira. Oh, a clearing attempt there by Paul Balea. That ricocheted off of Machipagata. He seems to be okay. Then again, I'm not the one who took the ball off his head. Hawks look to push it upfield. Pressure from behind. And it's going to be Caltech ball. A foul. No, throw in. Throw in Illinois Tech. Lazarevic. Now Rebellato. Rebellato moving ahead, but there's coverage there for Caltech and Henry Gaston. He looks to move Caltech forward. Upfield, Coover. He'll swing that over to Aaron Henslevitz. Jake Skiba will corral the ball and hand it to Watson. Upfield, Paul Balea. Now Rebellato. That one, shanked that one as it went back into Hawk territory now. Machipagata. And a big shot, and that one sails over off the foot of Casanova. Etienne Casanova looking for his second goal of the game. Had a great opportunity there, but just blasted that one well high and wide. Here's Watson now, finding Paul Balea, the Fighting Baleas, Paul and Theo. Feed up to Sakira. Bouncer. Oh, Hamill fumbling that one a little, but he's able to corral it. So for Mateo Sakira, the first year forward, back-to-back games with a pair of goals. And we still have over 34 minutes remaining in this one. So great early debut for Mateo Sakira. First year forward out of San Jose, Costa Rica. Hawks trying to press here. There's a keep in by Watson, chips it down the sideline, but nothing but orange jerseys there. Graham's going to get whistled for the foul. Mentioned Caltech coming in with a record of 1-0. They won their opening match last Friday night in Arizona. I think it was Prescott, Arizona. They took on Park University. It was a 3-2 win for the Beavers. Illinois Tech coming in 2-0. They won last Friday 2-1 against St. Mary's of Minnesota and a 5-3 win over Hope College on Tuesday. So 2-0 Illinois Tech, 1-0 Caltech, and that's where we stand in this 2-1 lead for Illinois Tech with 33-34 to go in the second half of this non-conference match. First time meeting ever between these two programs. Rebellato at the midfield stripe has the ball taken away. Pushed ahead to Machipagata. He cuts to the inside. Tries to split a pair of defenders. little embellishment on that one, but it wouldn't be soccer without pointing. Coming in, Dean Yao coming in for Caltech. Coming off was Etienne Casanova. Free kick coming for Caltech. Be Matthew Luke and Ishan Machbragada as they talk it over. Luke standing over the ball. Machbragada now coming back towards the ball. Referee's talking it over with the Hawks wall. They're getting ready to go here. Luke will take the kick. Right foot kick curling. That'll go wide of the near post. So good opportunity there for Caltech, but the shot goes wide. And again, Caltech has had several free kicks straight up. And they did convert on one of those. Etienne Casanova was awarded a free kick above the box, straight on, and he was able to convert for Caltech's only goal so far. Ball taken away by the Hawks. Christian Garcia feeds Paul Balea. Now over to Rebellato. Rebellato tries to cut to the inside. And foul on Illinois Tech. You can go both ways there. This game, the physicality is definitely picking up here. It's 2-1 game for the Hawks. Over to Cal Graham. Cal Graham taking it wide, trying to cut to the inside, stays wide. Cross towards the box, picked up by Hamill. And so no opportunity there for the Hawks. Caltech quickly upfield, trying to reach Luke. Ball comes over to Cal Graham, finds Sakira. Now Ben Mel cross to Christian Garcia on the near side. Garcia will cut through the circle, find Paul Balea. Balea in front of Kyler Williams. Back to Lazarevic. He stumbles. That's the second time that's happened with Lazarevic. I think he's scuffling with his leg there. I think it locked up on him. Back to Lazarevic. Ooh, tried to get that one into Sakira, and then the ball rolls on, but Hamill is there to pick up the loose change. 30-44 to go in the second half. Illinois Tech with a 2-1 lead and a pair of goals by Mateo Sakira. Second one coming on the penalty kick variety to give the Hawks the 2-1 lead here in the second half. Now Colin Thomas will roll it. Played by Christian Garcia, taken by Matthew Luke. Check that. No, that's number 18. That's Aaron Henslevitz. Here's Luke. Luke chipping it towards the box. Machbragada. That one's blocked on the shot from Dean Yao. Headed forward by Sakira. Sakira. Great defensive play there, but Sakira tries to press on. Tried to squeeze it over to Cal Graham, but just unable to do so. Good defense there by Caltech. Lazarevic finding Paul Balea over the midfield stripe. Back to Ben Mel. Zadovich. Mel through the circle. Now Balea. Balea with the shot. Hopper chip shot, score! Off the rebound, Cal Graham! And the Hawks take a 3-1 lead. The Balea shot saved initially by Ethan Hamill, but Hamill wasn't able to pull that one in. Came off and then right to Cal Graham will put it past Hamill, and the Hawks have a 3-1 lead with 29:16 to go here in the second half. So that is a huge goal. Two-goal lead, much different than a one-goal lead, especially in this game, which has been tightly contested on both sides. The Hawks, a little bit of breathing room, but still not a whole lot, because still got 29 minutes to go here. And you got to be able to hold off Caltech. As you know, they're going to be coming on. Caltech has had some good chances here in the second half. Not as many quality chances as they had in the first half. Credit the Hawks defense for tightening up a little bit more and for possession, having more possession time too, is allowing the Hawks to enjoy this two-goal lead for the moment. 3-1 score. Pair of goals by Mateo Sakira and then Cal Graham getting the last goal. Substitutions for the Hawk, Logan Garcia will check in, replacing Cal Graham. And then A.J. Kumar coming in for Tomas Rebellato. And then we have a goalkeeper change for Caltech, as coming in is junior goalkeeper Sam Matthews of Pepper Pike, Ohio. He's coming in the cage now at the 29-minute mark for Caltech. Hawks swinging it up high. Christian Garcia tried to get a shot off, blocked. And now Caltech quickly up the field. You can see that speed, but coming back is Ben Mel, right from behind, picking the pocket there of Jack Miles. It was a good rush by Miles, but Ben Mel catching up with him and able to get that ball away from him. It'll be Illinois Tech ball here. Back to Colin Thomas. Trying to go over to the far side, headed upfield by the Hawks. And angling out of bounds, that'll be a throw in for Caltech. Chip to the far sideline, no connection made. Intended recipient. That was Paul Balea. Took me a while. His hair looked a little different. That's how I usually know Balea's out there. Aside from his number, when I can see it on the far side. Throw in for the Hawks. They'll do it again, Paul Balea. Hawks will do it again. So play kind of slowed down with some out of bounds throw-ins for the Hawks along the far sideline. Balea once more, Paul Balea. As we're coming up on 26 minutes remaining. Well, looks like Illinois Tech getting a corner. No. Free kick. A.J. Kumar will take the kick along that far sideline. Kick on the way, one hopper, angle towards the net and a score! No goal. Wait, yep. No goal. Offsides was the call. But nonetheless, a nice play there by Kumar. Mantra Brigada cutting to the inside. Mantra Brigada going to the outside. Curling, and that one goes wide. Oh, he's had a couple good looks. Has Ishan Mantra Brigada, but that time he curled it wide of that far post. It'll be Illinois Tech ball. Illinois Tech just missing out on scoring, adding to their lead on the other end as they were offsides on that free kick. Colin Thomas with the heavy boot over to the far side off of Kumar and out. They're down to 24-10 to go. Can you? Casanova, shot blocked. I think Balea got in front of that one, and it'll roll over to the far corner and out. This will be a throw-in. Good job by Balea. He's got in front of a couple today. As Etienne Casanova has definitely been a factor. That ball heading out of bounds. Throw in for the Beavers. Mantra Brigada. Ben Mel will knock it out. Hawks have a substitution in waiting. I believe that's Tatum Miller. Nope, that's Will Hackford. I think it's 22. I can't tell now. Actually, it looks 23. That'll be Carson Floyd getting ready to check in. So Carson Floyd will come in for the Hawks the next opportunity. Brian Kim will come in for Caltech. As well, Eric Ledvina. 22:15 to go here in the second half. Illinois Tech with a 3-1 lead. And now on the restart for Caltech. Shubey. Coover. It goes off of Mantra Brigada, but picked up by Logan Garcia. Matthew Watson. Watson upfield. Sakira to Kumar. Kumar with a little space. Chipping it ahead, but no one there, just orange jerseys. And then Coover will swing it back over. Into the middle they go with Dean Yao. Punched up by the Hawks, knocked back in by Caltech. Ben Mel will swing it to Christian Garcia. He had to pounce on that ball. Lazarovich trying to get the through ball over to Logan Garcia, but Shubey was able to knock it away. And now here comes Casanova. Etienne Casanova, stutter step, cuts to his right. Back to his left. Ball taken away by Watson. Upfield, Lazarovich. Now Logan going again. That time he's able to cut in. Just wasn't able to corral it, however. Back-to-back tries, Lazarovich trying to feed Garcia. That one was a little closer, but still just out of reach of number 19. Swinging it wide to A.J. Kumar. And punched upfield by the Hawks. That'll roll over to Sam Matthews. Also coming back in for Caltech is Matthew Luke. For the Hawks, Carson Floyd and Carter Liskey. Coming out, Mateo Sakaira and Adam Lazarovich. Coming out for Caltech is Ishan Matragata, as well as Andrew Kinn and Aaron Henslovitz. So those are your substitutions here with 19:46 remaining. 3-1 Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks trying to improve to 3-0 on the season. Caltech looking to go to 2-0. Unless the score changes here, they potentially fall to 1-1. Rolling it over to Matthews, who kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Illinois Tech. Christian Garcia will handle the throw duties along the near sideline. Right near, just to the right of the Hawks bench. He'll loft it towards the back line, headed back upfield by Caltech. Christian Garcia finds Krupa. Now Liskey. Liskey to Balea, and that one goes wide. Paul Balea with the shot and going wide. Liskey applying pressure, and they'll get it over to Coover. And they'll go wide, far side, but it rolls out of bounds for Caltech. It'll be Illinois Tech throw. Mel picking that ball off, and then coming upfield is Logan Garcia. He's got Liskey to his left. Garcia cuts to his right. He'll slow it down. He's got support up high. Here's Christian Garcia. Garcia with a bounce shot and a save made by Matthews. Good decision making there by Garcia. Once he got too tight in there and off on an angle there, that would have been a tough shot. So he peeled back, found Christian Garcia coming on. Garcia got a shot off, but making the save was Matthews. Throw in for Caltech, far sideline, deep inside Illinois Tech territory. Ben Mel will knock it back upfield where Liskey tries to play it, but not before Caltech gets there first. Here's Logan Garcia to Christian Garcia. Garcia will take it over the midfield stripe, through the circle. Finds Paul Balea. Balea, chip to the far side, and Kumar trying to get free, get that right leg free. He'll shoot, but that'll go well wide. And pair of substitutions for Illinois Tech. Re-entering the game is Matthew Hippolito. Also coming in is Troy Siebert. Coming out will be A.J. Kumar and Paul Balea. So Hippolito and Siebert in for Balea, Paul Balea, and A.J. Kumar. Down to 15:30 to go in this second half. Illinois Tech opened up a 3-1 lead. 2 goals here in the second half. Penalty kick by Mateo Sakaira. And a goal by from Cal Graham. And for Graham, that's his 4th goal over the last 2 games. So 4 goals for Graham, 4 goals for Sakaira. Graham had 3 against Hope College on Tuesday, and then he added 1 here so far in the second half. Free kick coming for Caltech. And it'll be Etienne Casanova lining up. He scored on a free kick in the first half to tie up the match, 20 minutes remaining. Casanova takes the step back, right foot kick curling, and that one goes wide. So off target for Casanova. The Hawks dodge another bullet on a free kick. Colin Thomas will put it in play with 14:06 to go in this second half. 3-1 Illinois Tech. We'll check the Illinois Tech schedule here for men's soccer. Jake Skiba leaves it for Carson Floyd. And now Hippolito. Hippolito trying to push it forward. Brought back in by Shubey. Here's Shubey. Shubey. Oh, nice play there by Ben Watson. Now Troy Siebert shot out of a cannon along that far sideline. Illinois Tech will be idle until next Friday when they travel to Lake Forest College. That'll be their first road match of the regular season to take on the Foresters. And then they'll play at North Central College that Sunday. So back-to-back road matches for the Hawks next weekend. We mentioned Caltech. They will play Sunday. It's a 1 p.m. match, Central Time, at Concordia University Chicago, another Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference opponent that the Beavers will be taking on. Here's Luke. Matthew Luke had the ball knocked away from Watson. Actually, Caltech does not have their first regular season home match until September 20th, Saturday, September 20th, when they host Redlands. They are on the road after their weekend in Chicago. September 9th, they're at Life Pacific. September 13th at UC Santa Cruz. And then September 17th at Chapman. Before they come home to host Redlands on September 20th. Scarlet Hawk fans, Illinois Tech women's soccer will be on the pitch tomorrow, looking to improve to 3-0 as they take on Elmhurst University. 3 o'clock match right here at Stuart Field and on the Scarlet Hawks broadcast network. Substitution now. Zach Skiba coming in for Illinois Tech. He's going to replace his brother Jake. So a Skiba for a Skiba. Zach in place of Jake. Watson will swing on over to the right side. And Zach Skiba over to the left. Ball headed out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech throw-in. Matthew Hippolito. Coming up on 10 minutes remaining here in half number 2. Illinois Tech with a pair of goals to take a 3-1 lead. And that's where we stand after it's a 1-1 tie at halftime. Mateo Sakira with another pair of goals as he did on Tuesday. And Cal Graham with a solo tally adding to the 3 that he scored on Tuesday as well. So both players 4 goals over their last 2 games. A good week for Graham and Sakira. Christian Garcia will take the kick along the near sideline. We're down to 9.5 minutes. Kick on the way from Garcia, left foot kick, curling wide. And it's going to go over to the far sideline, tracked down by Troy Siebert. Siebert throws it towards the box, punched out of there, kept in, however. Carson Floyd got a piece of that one. But then Caltech looks to move it upfield. They do. Matthew Luke, Zach Skiba coming on support. Ball knocked back upfield by Jack Miles. And then Christian Garcia. Colin Thomas. Swings that right foot, gets it into Caltech territory, headed in the air by Hartman. And then Miles will take it. Actually, Yao, that's Dean Yao. Yao trying to get it to Luke. He does. That one goes wide. Goal kick, Illinois Tech. Colin Thomas will set it down. And he's looking to punch it deep into Caltech territory. Oh, Lord. Oh, little give and go action and a goal for Casanova. So Casanova with his second goal. That time Jack Miles getting the assist. And now coming out is Ben Mell and Christian Garcia coming in. Is Tatum Miller and Thanos Karianis. for Illinois Tech. 3-2 score now, so Caltech within one with 7.5 minutes remaining. Told you Caltech was going to keep forcing the issue, and again, into the box, chip shot. Save made by Thomas. And he'll fall on it as Jack Miles in on the act once again. So the Hawks are going to have to hold off a fierce rally here from Caltech if they're going to pull out this victory. As things got much tighter. That second goal of the second half for the Hawks, again, a huge one, but doesn't guarantee anything. They have to close it out. And we're going to get a foul. Foul on Eric Ledvina. Host of substitutions queuing up for Illinois Tech, and a solo sub for Caltech. It looks like some of the starters are going to be returning for Illinois Tech, as Coach Marlon McKenzie did not like what he's seeing from the reserves, the sub-level play right now. So he's bringing in the starters. That might have been the case anyways, but regardless of the score, but as it being a one-goal game, he's going to bring several of the starters back into play. Tatum Miller trying to get it upfield. Logan Garcia battling along with Yao. Dean Yao comes out with it. Yao, and racing to get it is Colin Thomas. He'll play it. No orange jerseys there. And then he'll slow it down as pressure comes. And then he'll pick it up. So Thomas will have to roll this. Swings it over to the near side. Matthew Watson. Watson trying to find Logan Garcia. Garcia will play it down. Cross. Headed upfield by Hartman. Hartman once more. And then rolled on. Oh, that one was a little short, but getting there was Matthews. And now here's Etienne Casanova. Leaves it in the middle. Ivanov back to Casanova. Throw in for Caltech. And a foul on Logan Garcia. Substitutions coming in. Mantre Pagada coming in for Caltech. And a wave of players coming in for Illinois Tech. Make sure they're getting those. .4:12 to go. 3-2 Illinois Tech. Etienne Casanova with the free kick here along the near sideline. Curling, headed back upfield by the Hawks. Pushing it ahead. Trying to get it towards the net, as up high was Matthews providing support, so he had to scramble back. Sam Matthews with the kick. Low line drive to the center circle. That's bodied down by Yao. Dean Yao has it. Mel trying to get him off the ball, and that's going to be a foul on Ben Mel. Just below the circle, they'll reset with 3:22 remaining. Caltech looking to get the equalizer here. Illinois Tech trying to hang on, or get the insurance goal, as it were. Headed upfield, Christian Garcia will knock it deep into Caltech territory. It's going to angle out of bounds. Getting there first is Quinn Hartman, and then Matthews with a chip, but it's going to go out of bounds. Wasn't able to square that one up. Good crowd on hand here tonight. It kind of filled up as the game progressed. Women's soccer in attendance, along with some other teams and fans. Down to 2:33 remaining. Be a goal kick or free kick for Caltech. And they'll swing it over to Matthews. Sam Matthews. John Ivanov. Taken by Lazarowicz momentarily. Now Quinn Hartman with the play. Rebellato playing it. It'll be throw in for Caltech. Under 2 minutes now. Minute 50. Here comes Caltech into the zone. Caltech advancing. Chipped back by Ben Mell. Brought back into the zone. Over wide. That one goes off of Krupa. That's going to be a corner kick for Caltech with a minute 24 remaining. They'll take a near side corner kick. It'll be Etienne Casanova taking the kick. And we're going to stop the clock. Minute 7. Jockeying for position in the cage, are they? Big time corner kick coming up here for Caltech. That one's going to hang high. Montrapagata heads it towards the box. Goes out, and it'll be a corner kick for Caltech at the... Oh, it's going to be Illinois Tech, but I thought it was a corner kick, so... Thomas will take it with 47 seconds remaining. We're under a minute. Colin Thomas booting that one up just over midfield. Headed down by Quinn Hartman into Hawks territory. Here's Etienne Casanova with the through ball, but Watson got in front of that one. Check that. That was Jake Skiba breaking it up. And now here comes Cal Graham with 23 seconds remaining. Cal Graham will push it wide. Hartman punches it back upfield. He's trying to chip it over to Graham. As we're down to 10 seconds remaining. Illinois Tech can just play it out now. That's what they'll try and do. And your final score here from Stuart Field, Illinois Tech 3 and Caltech 2 in the first meeting between these technical institutes.
We got to add that yellow card probably in the first half.
And the Hawks improve to 3-0 on the season. Caltech falls to 1-1. That'll do it here from Stuart Field. Final score again, Illinois Tech men's soccer 3, Caltech 2. Don't forget tomorrow, 3 p.m. women's soccer back on the pitch here at Stuart Field as they host Elmhurst University, and right back here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Thanks for tuning in. This is Eric Willowhite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics, saying so long. And we'll talk to you tomorrow on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network.